Conducting an effective job search and finding that new job is a difficult enough task, and so we want to do everything that we can to avoid making simple and avoidable job search mistakes. And that's the purpose of this short video. I would like to offer you 4 ideas which will really help you avoid making those mistakes and speed you on your way to finding that ideal job that you'll really love. Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career move. So there are 4 things to go through. Let's start with the first one, which is correct targeting. The first critical step of any job search is to become very clear about what it is that you want and why you want it. By becoming really clear about this, you know that all the job search actions that you'll be taking are done on purpose and in a very congruent manner. Furthermore, it enables you to cut away all the noise that you will encounter during a job search and really zone in on those firms and those decision makers that are going to help you find the new job that you'll really love. So perhaps it's worth taking a little time out to really consider where you are in your career and what chapter of life that you're in, and think about perhaps what's really most important to you now and where you would like to see the arc of your career going. Furthermore, you can then take time to think about all the skills that you have, your ability to add value, what you can do and what you enjoy doing, and also think about what are the skills and the experiences that you would like to acquire or perhaps you must acquire in order for your job to move forward. The final point here is to think through what are all the factors, what are all the things that have to be present in the next role and in the next firm so that you know that you found an environment which is going to enable you to flourish and really give of your best. So that's point number 1. The second point is that there may be an extra step to be taken before you start your job search in earnest, and that step is to explore. So thinking through your targeting, you may well have come up with some really interesting ideas about the direction that you want to take. And so therefore, doing some research, some reading and reaching out to people in your network to really understand directly whether or not this is realistic and whether or not it's something that you want to do and whether or not it's something that is worth pursuing and investing more of your time and your precious network goodwill is something that is an important step. Once you've got that information, you can either say, okay, that is something that I want to do, or I'm going to discount that option at this stage. So now you're ready to start your job search proper. Point number 3 is cohesive messaging. Now, any job interviewer is going to want to understand the value that you bring, what it is that you've got to offer, and they want to understand that in a way which is really clear and concise and easily understood. And they don't want to soak up too much brain power in trying to work out what it is that you do and how you can offer value. And so this book here, which is Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, is a really useful book in that regard. Being able to transmit exactly the value proposition that you have and that hangs together neatly is really important, not only for the job interview, but you want to make sure that the same message is being transmitted in your CV and your LinkedIn profile so that everything is cohesive and everything hangs together and you're focusing on exactly what it is that the interviewer is looking for. The second point that I'd make about cohesive messaging is that when you are thinking about the examples and the stories that you tell in your CV, your LinkedIn profile, and the examples that you give in a job interview, it's the impact that is the most important thing. We want to know the results that you achieve. We want to see how things are better as a result of your contribution. Of course, we want to understand your responsibilities and what you are actually doing, but it's the responsibilities and the results. It's the results that you want to resonate most with the employer or the interviewer or the reader of your CV or LinkedIn profile. So focus on impact when you're transmitting that, and all of that together will come together nicely to create a really cohesive message which will resonate well with the person reading your CV or LinkedIn profile or the person who is interviewing you. The final point here, number 4, is filling the funnel. This is correct, consistent action. So many years ago, I went on a sales course and the sales instructor explained to us what a sales funnel was. And he made it very clear that the most important activity of a salesperson is not, as we naturally thought, closing the deal at the end. It was much more about filling the top of the funnel with new prospects. That was the most important thing. That was going to have the most impact on your sales numbers. And the same goes for a job search. It's all too easy and it's all very natural for us to get fixated on the interview processes that we're currently involved in. Well, are they going to call me back? Why aren't they calling me back? But all of that is out of your control. Once you've left the interview room, you can't control that. So rather than getting fixated on that, spend your time and effort working on things that you can control, which is reaching out to new decision makers through a variety of channels, not just the easy and obvious ones, but through a variety of channels so that you find new and more and perhaps even better opportunities for your job search funnel. There we go. I hope you find those 4 things interesting. If you're watching this on YouTube, then welcome to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button and please like this if you do. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, I'll be putting the blog that I wrote about this in the comments below. And of course, all this subject are things that I talk about when I'm working with people either in a group coaching scenario or one-to-one. So if you're interested in either of those 2 options, then please do feel free to reach out. There's any number of ways of connecting with me through my LinkedIn profile. Thanks very much.